What's up, y'all? Please like the video and hype the video, and let's get into it. So the clip finally dropped of the Braxtons, and we finally get to find out why Toni had a chin check Tamar. And baby, she been hanging around Birdman a little bit too much, okay? She ain't taking Tamar's ish no more, and I'm here for it. We are tired of toxic Tamar. It's funny how Tamar was trying to bring her niece on the show to drag her sister, but then she throws Toni under the bus. It's like, girl, you so dumb. Anyways, let's get into it. Because I'm already giving away the tea. So basically, the trailer dropped for the Braxton Family Values or whatever the hell they call the show now. And we're trying to figure out why Toni wants to check Tamar. So the problem is, if y'all don't remember, Tamar has a niece that the niece came out a few months ago and did a TikTok story time talking about how one of her aunt's boyfriends was texting her inappropriate and then everyone turned against her type stuff, right? So Tamar, messy ass, decided as soon as she came out with that TikTok story time, she's like, oh, girl, I'm going to bring you on my podcast. We'll do up this and that so you could talk about it and tell your story. First of all, who would do that to their sister? That's weird as hell. Tamar always been moving weird as hell. She used to move weird with Tracy. She always moved weird with Tawanda. And now she moving weird with the other one. So apparently they sent her a cease and desist. Like, I don't know who sent it because it wasn't Trina. Trina said, it wasn't me. So I'm thinking it was the network, because how you going to try to bring her on your little... First of all, why you want to be a blogger? She's trying to bring her on her YouTube podcast to get views. Like, that's how thirsty Tamar is for attention. And someone sent her a cease and desist, like, you can't do that. And then now she's supposed to be bringing her on the show so she could talk about it, right? So the sisters are sitting down with her like, Tamar, why would you do that? Tamar going to be like, just listen, y'all. She's so full of it. Just listen.
I got a cease and desist before Ashley was on my podcast. I didn't even say anything. I was not involved in any way, shape, or form of sending a cease and desist letter. My name was nowhere on it. Nobody wanted to come to my defense.
So you're going to sit there and say, Toni Braxton?
Toni Braxton, I got
Toni Braxton. No, Toni Braxton ain't never had your back.
I got Toni Braxton.
I want to know record.
I want to be.
You want to say, I don't have your back?
You didn't have my back when they...
With a heavyweight, don't put me, Tamar. Don't with Toni Braxton.
And then when Toni said we need to have her on the show,
I told you we need to have Ashley on the show. I never say that.
Yes,
I never said that. She's lying.
What's wrong with my mother? Don't swear your mother.
I said just show her the Chiglin circuit, and we shouldn't do it.
You said have her on the Braxton show.
This is not the forum.
You said that.
This is not the forum.
You said that.
Don't you go there.
Don't you go there.
No.
This is how we got the moment of Toni chin checking Tamar bitch ass. Because Tamar, you just be playing too many games. First of all, you're going to sit at that table and say, you didn't have my back. Toni's the only one that ever has Tamar back. She's the only one that puts up with Tamar stuff. No one else messes with Tamar. Everyone else cut Tamar out their life because she's so full of it and they can't stand it. But Toni is the only one who coddles Tamar and puts up with her BS. So for her to get up there and say, you didn't have my back. And she's like, what? I didn't have your back? I'm the only one who ever has your back. And she's like, you told me to bring her on the show. She's like, what? I ain't never told you that. Like, can you imagine what a betrayal that would be if you got one sister trying to say that your other sister was telling you to bring on your niece to start some mess? To start some mess like that your baby daddy was trying to get at her and you got mad at her? The niece was saying that Trina's ex-husband, that's rest in peace, that he was texting her inappropriate things. And instead of Trina checking her man or checking her husband, she got mad at the niece. That's what she was saying. And Tamar's so thirsty for attention, she was trying to bring the girl on her podcast. But I'm assuming, since Trina said I didn't send her a cease and desist, I'm assuming the network put that to a halt. Like, bitch, you're not finna spill our tea before we do. And they sent her a cease and desist. But then you gonna get your 50 faces on this show and say that Toni told you to bring her on the show? Damn, Tamar ain't got no loyalty to nobody. That's what tells you she a thirsty ass hood rat. Let me tell you, Toni done toughened up since she been around Birdman. She ain't playing no more games, okay? She said all three of y'all can get it.
I just come to let y'all know, stop, put some respect on my name. I'm playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all.
Fuck that bitch, because that was some bullshit that she did, but I can't say that, but I want to say
Tamar is a messy bitch. Anyone that could fall out with their own sisters is a messy woman. She ain't even a woman. She's a child. She's a a hood rat stuck in a 50-year-old body, okay? I don't know what the hell happened to Tamar, but do y'all remember when they had that episode where they were supposed to talk to Ayanna Van Zandt, and then she tried to drag them, talking about they made her talk about her childhood trauma? Like, bitch, you the one who said it. Like, what the hell? Tamar is a professional victim. But let me just show y'all the receipts, because Tamar was going all around town talking about her niece, doing interviews, saying how she was going to have her on her podcast because she was trying to get clout off the situation. So for her to try to push it on Toni, like, bitch, you're the one trying to drag Trina. What?
Of reality TV, you know, I've decided to go back to the Braxtons, because remember last season I was a friend to the show.
Okay, congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations. It's only right it got your name on the show.
You
Hello.
Yeah, we're going to be also filming the Braxtons, and it's very interesting because my niece is coming on the show, and not to be messy, but you know, I just thought it was important for her to understand that somebody is here for you. Yeah, because I was surprised by that whole, you know, outburst. I guess she got it all. I mean, honest. However, you know, I just thought it was important for her to know that somebody is here for her.
Let's be clear. If you want to let your niece know that you're here for her and that you're supportive, you are not going to exploit them on your effing podcast. Who the hell does that? Who does that? Like, let's not only act like it's her niece. Let's not forget Trina is your sister. So Trina was getting dragged all up and down Instagram because of what allegedly her ex did. That, mind you, Trina didn't do it. But if Trina did treat her funny, then, hey, you know, that's shame on Trina. But the fact is, like, I ain't never doing my sister like that. Like, not on TV, not on a podcast. Like, Tamar is a beast. Like, I'm telling you, ain't nothing like about Tamar except for Vince. That was the only thing likable about you. You was cool. I was a Tamartian back when Tamar and Vince was around. I loved Tamar, but I don't know what happened to that woman when she left Vince, that she's just so vindictive. She got obsessed with hating Candy. She's so jealous of Candy and Tiny being friends. Like, it's weird. It's so freaking weird. But to do it to your own sisters is top-notch weirdo. I'm so glad that Toni said, bitch, not today. You lying. And she called her ass out. I'm so glad someone's finally holding her accountable. I mean, the other sister's been trying, but that mama ain't gonna do nothing. Evelyn ain't gonna do shit. Let Tamar tell us she's paying all their bills. Like, I'm paying all your faves' bills. Is she trying to tell us she's paying Toni Braxton? Not Toni Braxton with the 100-carat ring. And we already know Birdman got the bag because Lil Wayne told us he stole the bag from him. And then he's getting the bag from YoungBoy, from Nicki Minaj, from Drake. Like, he got money, okay? I don't think Toni Braxton is gonna have any hard times breathing again anymore. No more hard times in her future as long as she stays with him. But yeah, what do y'all think about Tamar? And do y'all remember what the niece said? If y'all forgot, I'm gonna play what the niece said on TikTok right now. Take a look.
I'm 16. I'm at my aunt's house, and when I leave, I'm there for the summer. Her husband at the time decides to start sexting me. So sexting in a sexual manner. Okay, there was nothing physical that happened. Absolutely nothing physical. However, when my parents first brought it up to my aunt, she was there for me, very like, I'm so sorry this happened to you. And as the years have evolved, that has turned into, it's your fault. It's turned into, you were old enough to know right from wrong. And it's turned into something physical happened and you did it. And for me, that's mind-boggling to me, because if there was something that was physical that happened, and I'm 16 years old, this makes this person right. You know the word and I can't use it. And so that is mind-boggling. It's just something that I don't really understand.
Okay, so shout out to Creole Kiss on TikTok for that tea. But yeah, so let's say it is Trina, because she never put a name on it, but everyone's assuming it's Gabe. Let's assume that Gabe was sexting her, and then Trina was on her side, and then later on throughout the years, she was like, oh girl, you should know better, whatever. Trina, you did as wrong for saying that. But I still ain't finna drag my sister on TV. Like, what would possess you to want to take your sister down, Tamar? You gotta have hate in your heart to try to, I gotta make this person look bad. If you notice, Tamar is always trying to make someone look bad. That's why she always talking about Candy singing. She always talking about her restaurants. Her motive is to take people down. It brings her joy to put hate trains on people. That brings her joy. It brings her joy for the internet to attack someone. So she wanted the internet to attack her sister to the point that she was going to bring her on her podcast, a podcast that I never even hear about. Like, girl, is her YouTube doing numbers? Because I never hear about it. The only time we ever hear about Tamar is when she's hating on somebody. But to hate on your own sister is diabolical. But I want to know what y'all think down in the comments. Do y'all think that Toni gonna get up in that ass? And do you think she tired of Tamar's stuff? Who do y'all believe? Do you think Toni told Tamar to bring the niece on TV? Or do you believe Tamar's a liar? I'm sorry, Tamar got a proven track record of being a liar. Liar, liar, wig on fire. So I don't believe her. Tell me what y'all think down in the comments. Please like, hype, subscribe, do all of the things. I'll see y'all.